Okay. Um, yeah, looks you've got a bunch of stuff going on with the poses. I like that last pose. It's nice. The walk isn't going to work the way you've done it. She's just sort of gliding across the ground. Also, this whole thing is 4 seconds long. To walk from there to there, I imagine that taking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would be like 8 or 9 seconds just to walk from here to there. So don't try to do that. What I would say is, maybe start here and then have the character do this. The other thing is with these you can't just move the heads and the eyes. You have to move all of the controls for every pose, especially the root and the spine. Um, you can't just move a couple controls. Every pose you should move every control. I mean, there may be some exceptions, but it's a good rule of thumb. But you certainly can't just do that. You have to move the root and the spine and everything. Everything has to move at least a little bit for every pose. So go back over your poses, cut out this first walk because that's she's just sort of flying across the ground. Anyways, these poses don't get you anywhere. But this pose looks really, that's kind of also you can't move both feet at the same time. You move one or the other. One should remain planted while the other moves. Um, and this is a good pose. It's like, the way the hands on the hip, the curve in the spine. There's good stuff going on here. Um, but yeah, you can't just move the head and the arm. Everything has to move for each pose. And this is a nice pose as well. If you're going to do something like this, the uh, the arms have to be in IK mode. Otherwise, you're going to run into some real problems getting the hand to stick while the body's moving. Um, to put the character in IK mode, you select these and you can you can have it transition into IK mode. So what you might want to do, let's select all. Like I said, let's just get rid of this whole walk up to say here. I'm just holding down Shift, click and drag, right mouse click, delete. And then with the remaining animation, it's probably too slow. I'll just drag this back here to scale this out. Maybe put this, and then double click, and then right mouse click and snap, so they're on whole number keyframes. All right. So now let's look at the pacing of this. I mean, even now it's pretty fast, even though I stretched that out a bit. I mean, it's still only, what, 4 seconds or something, so it could certainly be longer. Hold down Shift, and then click and drag to scale this out. Right mouse click, snap, so they're at whole number keyframes. And then maybe take Shift click on that one, put it frame 0. Okay. Why isn't it wanting? So you can have it transition from FK to IK. Let's make sure everything's selected here, and I'm just gonna switch the tangents to auto, so we can see the actual movement. So between here and here, what you can do is you can say, okay, this and this are they're on FK right now, and then let's say by the time we get here, unless that's your actual last frame of the animation, then it wouldn't really matter. But you can make it IK at this point, or actually we just need to do it for this one. And then you'd have to, so it transitions from FK to IK across that period of time. and then it'll be an IK when it gets to that point. And then so you'd have to, can't remember exactly what the pose is, but and where's the pull vector thing here to point the elbow? Something like that, right? And get that elbow on there and get the hand. Is it like this or something? Okay, so now it transitions from FK to IK, and you can't even tell, right? It's IK here, it's gradually transitions to, it's FK here and gradually transitions to IK by here. And the point is now, like after this, if you were to do something like move her body a little bit, because the elbow doesn't really stick that well, but the hand does. Anyway, it's going to be easier to kind of keep the hand placed if you want it to be placed in the arm. Just stick. You know, it's mostly sticking. You might have to make small adjustments to the pull vector locator. Something go wrong with your mouth or something here? Might want to take a look at the rig file real quick as well. I don't know why it looked like something was going. Let's try moving the head around. Is that just how that looks? Oh, I guess that's just how that looks. I thought it was doing some weird creasing thing. Okay, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I mean, you're doing a really good job overall. I do think don't try to do that walk. Just have her do the last step in and really work on those poses and add a lot more movement by adjusting every control. But you're doing a very good job overall.